recording. So, all right. Hey, everybody. Boy, those playoffs are going, and we're back wanting to talk about where we stand. And I think all three of us, man, I think if you followed us, we kind of were okay, but they were difficult for me. But I'm Bruce with Daryl, with Marcus, and let's talk about where they are. Just so you guys know, this is Saturday, and right now we've got the Pacers and the Knicks 3-2 with the Pacers in the lead. So I just want to let you know where we stand right now, or where the time of our recordings. So let's just start with the Pacers and the Knicks. What do you guys think? How are they going to do? I mean, for me, I'm still looking at Brunson. He looks like if he can come across, he's going to be MVP, and that guy is great. But what do you guys think of the series? Which one are you on to talk about the series so far?
Man, I think I said Knicks originally because I liked how they managed everything throughout the season with all of their injuries. And of course I was using them as my go-to team for DraftKings. you know, but at the same time, the Pacers was a team that I didn't care for so much during DraftKings because freaking Miles Turner always let me down, and so anyway, that's my little thing. I always have some kind of weird twist to how I look at things, right? So yeah, man, let's stay with the Knicks. Let's stay with Brunson. Let's stay with Anunoby. Let's stay with Josh Hart. Cat. Yeah, let's keep that rolling, man. I'm gonna stick with that. I know that they look like they're dead in the water at some points, but man, I think they let me see. It's not that I think they're gonna pull it off, but I just want them to.
Okay, yeah,
A
that's a
Rockets
big
fan
difference.
thinking the Knicks are gonna make it. Okay, yeah, that's tough, but I'll take it.
I mean, listen, I'm with you, right? Here's what I think we have to watch. When you start with the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson has been the heart and soul of that team. He's averaging like 32 points per game this postseason. He's shooting 45% from the field and knocking down 38% from the three-point line. You just talked about Josh Harsh. He's been doing, his thing, dirty work, averaging 11 rebounds per game. And you have Dante. He's a sneaky threat from deep, shooting 40% from the three in the playoffs. But when you think about the Pacers, I mean, they just have the momentum. Halliburton, and we've been talking about this guy. He's leading the way, averaging just under 20 points per game, almost 9 assists. I mean, the guy is shooting 41% from the three-point line. We remember that major comeback. I mean, you take that scale. I mean, he's throwing in 21 points and 7 rebounds per game. I mean, they just look good. Miles Turner, he's protecting the rim with 2 blocks per game. And I mean, he's just anchoring their defense. So that being said, I think the Pacers are just deadly in transition. They're leading the postseason in fast break points. They're shooting, 48% from the field overall, which is basically one of the best teams left standing, if not the best. And they just can stretch the floor with multiple guys, that can really put the ball in. So my prediction, even though the Knicks are going to bring some grit, I know Spike Lee is going to be there as well. They're a little banged up. And Indiana at home, they're 6-0 this postseason. 6-0.
Oh, wow.
That's right. So it's going to be tough to beat them there. So I'm predicting that the Pacers are going to close it out. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be physical. I expect there to be some questionable files. I don't think we're going to get to the malice at the palace level, but probably a few texts, maybe even an ejection. I mean, it's going to be a lot of emotions going. But I think ultimately, with the win record the Pacers have at home, I think they're going to close it out.
Close it out tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Cool prediction. I'm thinking, the big thing for me, I think the very first game, the Knicks had it. I thought they had that for sure. And when they lost, that was heartbreaking. And I think they rolled over to the second game while they played poor in that game too. And I'm kind of going with what y'all's theory is about. You have to learn how to win by losing. And I think that's what happened that first game for the Knicks. I think that they thought they had that game when they relaxed. So they hadn't learned how to finish the game yet.
Yeah.
Maybe they have. That's what I'm thinking. Because those Pacers are showing they're going to fight until the end.
Well,
I'm going to stick.
No, I was just gonna say, I do have to say though, I was a little disappointed with the Pacers. They could have closed this thing out a couple of nights ago. And sometimes when you have that 3-1 lead, you just kind of feel that sense of
Yeah,
confidence. You don't have that sharpness. And I was a little disappointed they didn't have that killer mentality, right? They had blood in the water. They should have finished those guys off. But winning at
yes, I
home is
agree.
also good, right? So I don't. Can you
No, I
imagine
agree.
the Knicks
I thought the
getting
Pacers had it.
eliminated in New York City, man? Madison Square Garden, man. That would have been a pretty. That would have been a scene there.
Well, I'm going to stick with the Knicks just because that's who I didn't pick him originally. I thought Cleveland was going to come through it, but I like Brunson, so I'm just going to root for him. So even though I'm a fan from teams in Texas, but I'll be sort of a homer for Brunson,
I
because that guy,
cannot believe what I'm hearing. Both of
yeah,
you,
yeah,
Texas,
yeah.
Texas men, and you're going for the New York Knicks. Pathetic. It is
I know. I
pathetic to
guess
hear.
mainly for
Both of you,
Brunson.
both of you need to turn in your Texas cards right now. You're over
Oh,
with.
you
I don't
even
even
got your
want to
Dallas
do
Cowboy
either one
shirt
of you
on.
drive a truck. You're not even allowed to drive pickup trucks no more. You're done.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Is
What's the
Indiana
question?
in Texas?
I
Oh,
don't care. They're just not
ooh.
mortal enemies of the Houston Rockets. Like I still have memories of John Starks and Patrick Ewing, man. I just something about that New York team. Did you hear that Spike Lee said he's willing to give up one of his Oscars for a New York to win a championship? I'm like,
Wow.
he literally said that. It's like I have 12 or whatever the number was. I'm like, okay, cool.
When you have 12, I mean you can
Yeah.
gamble one away,
What's
right?
another, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I wouldn't mind to see New York. I mean, and I love Spike Lee. When you think about loyalists of in terms of fans, like
And right.
you cannot question that guy is there through thick and thin, and that is something I have the utmost respect for. I think about Nicholson, Jack
Yeah,
Nicholson
it's the
in
same
the
type deal.
Lakers.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, man, Spike Lee, he is what you call ride or die. So I won't be heartbroken if they won. So I know I was giving
And
you
let's
crap a
let's
little
let's
earlier.
not forget about the battles that we saw between Reggie Miller and Spike Lee. Like
Oh
like
yeah,
Spike Lee was playing, you know. I mean,
yeah.
you can't forget about those days. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
choke, the choke.
yeah. I
I
know
like
you was happy to see
Halliburton.
that, brother.
Halliburton kind of got a little premature a little earlier.
Yeah, he
Um,
did, didn't he? He did.
like,
He
nah,
Yeah, but
did.
I
buddy,
Boy,
didn't
that
get
missed
was
to
a
it
the
by
two.
that
championship.
much.
That was a 2-pointer, homeboy. You missed that.
Oh gosh,
But the point
just a
taken.
toe. Anyway, we got OKC's in the finals already.
Yep.
We got two possibilities. So we picked, two of us picked New York's going, one of us picked the Pacers. But let's just go. If Indiana makes it, can they beat Oklahoma?
Uh, I'm gonna say as much as if you remember the last episode, I really said I wanted the Pacers
Yeah.
to win and just kind of showing some respect to Reggie Miller, one of my all-time favorite players. Here's the thing, and it goes back to what I just said a few moments ago. They had an opportunity night before last to close this game out or this series out. That is what you call killer instinct. And they did not demonstrate
Yeah.
that they had killer instinct. And to beat Oklahoma City, it's going to require killer instinct. So, although I think it would be a really entertaining series, I don't think the Pacers right now today depends on how they play today, but I don't know if they have the killer instinct that it's going to take to put away OKC. So that being said, I see OKC wrapping this up in about 6 games, and I know that's a
16.
change,
Okay.
but the
Wow.
six games. That's my prediction.
But is it
Okay.
the same
There.
if the Knicks advance?
I think it's the same thing. I think the Knicks, I think if they get to the finals they're going to be too banged up. I just think
Oh,
OKC is just too well oiled of a machine. They're ready for whoever is there. They're trained, they're Rocky, training in Russia, getting ready to fight the Russian. Like, I mean, they're ready. They're ready for their comeback.
how about you, Daryl, for both of them? How about start with the Pacers? If the Pacers make it, can they beat OKC?
Yeah. I think it's OKC still. I'm still 10 OKC. OKC. Like you said, man, they're rolling. I mean, they look unstoppable. So
Yeah.
that's what I have to go with, man.
Yeah.
Either way.
Definitely. Yeah. Either
Okay,
way.
me too. I think it's going to be OKC and the Knicks, but I think OKC is going to win it all. I'll go with 5 games.
5 games?
Oh, yeah, I'll go 5 games.
Okay.
But which one?
Have we
What do you
ever
think,
seen
Daryl?
Have we ever seen a sweep in the finals? I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Daryl? Okay, I'm done with you, homeboy.
Oh, you're
I'm
right.
so
You're right.
I am
You're right.
so done
You're
with
right.
you right now. Dude, you got my blood boiling right now. You been calling to question my loyalty to the Houston Rockets? I'm
He's
sorry.
talking about-
If you ask, has there ever been a final sweep? Shame on you. Shame on you.
You didn't let me finish the question. I meant in the 2000s.
Do we have
Nah,
a,
you're
hey,
right. You're right.
do we
You're
have
right.
a
Yeah, we swept the Magic, Orlando Magic. Yeah.
Bruce, do we have a
So
sense
too.
of sweep?
I got the sweeps. First one was Boston Celtics versus the Minneapolis Lakers. You know, that's before they moved to LA in
Yeah, that's a
1959.
long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's been some, but the scroll to the latest one, Golden State Warriors in 2018 defeated Cleveland Cavaliers.
They swept them?
That's what it says.
They swept
Wrong,
LeBron? I didn't. Man, I'm
Yes,
surprised.
argue the best team. LeBron James Cavaliers were two outmatched. Game 4
yeah.
was James' last game was a Cavalier jersey.
Wow.
This is
Yeah.
But anyway, there's been more. Yeah, there's a few others. 2007, San Antonio defeated Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh wow, they've been swept twice.
He's been swept twice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like I said, I love LeBron. I love LeBron to death. I think as a person, I think he's been an exemplary player to, now his character is something that I admire, his family man and, it avoided all controversies and drama, but
yes.
And
when you
still
see
gonna go
some
down.
of these guys, what the charities they do behind the scenes,
Yeah,
really,
totally.
we hear
wonderful.
about the people who do bad things or whatever. I guess that's what the news likes, to tear people down. But
Yeah,
you see the stuff he's done. I mean, Magic's done a lot of things behind it. Some of these guys have given back to their communities so well, and it's remarkable. Well, anyway, that's what our predictions are. So you guys like and share, but most important, put down some comments down there. Let us know who do you think is going to win between the Pacers and the Knicks, and who's going to win it all eventually. We want to know your opinion because now you know ours. So anyway, see y'all later.
Peace.